Welcome to today's episode where we're here in Coral Springs and we're going to be meeting up with Derek and the Ross Brothers team. We're going to be talking about how they're taking this 80s style home to a modern masterpiece. So come inside and let's go check it out.
We've loved this area just for the large yards, quiet, you can ride bikes, go running, lots of space. So we're excited that we can continue that here and also just with effectively a new house. Raising kids in this house, and it's been our home, obviously for quite some time, but yeah, it's to see it from the theoretical or from the drawings and the renderings that they've done for us to actually seeing it, in person, that the change has been phenomenal.
Hey Derek, how's it going?
Hey Adam, thanks for coming out to see us today.
Thanks for having us. Absolutely, I'm really excited about talking about this today because a lot of South Florida can relate to this style home. But tell us what you're doing, how you're turning it into a modern masterpiece.
Absolutely. Traditional 80s style house, everyone knows these houses. Interesting little project. We have the inside and the outside that we're doing. Okay. We're changing the roof line in order to be able to pull the front door out 6 feet further so that we can give a little bit more room inside.
So it's actually going to come all the way to here?
No, it's actually going to be
right here?
Right there where you see that inside board. And then once we do that, we're going to bring an awning over here and change the whole direction of the look of the house. Obviously, you're going to take away all the red brick. Restuccoing. The client didn't want their garage anymore here, so we're closing this off. And if you come around front, we're opening up a new garage entrance over here, as well as we're going to be removing all of this stamped concrete and coming in with brand new pavers.
Kind of knew what we wanted, but we didn't really know exactly what what it would entail or really kind of the fine details of that. So partnering with them was great, and the ability for them to provide a rendering, so it wasn't just theoretical. We could look at a catalog or look through websites and figure out kind of what we liked, and that conversation took place of the finishes and different design ideas. But then for them to take that and put it into a rendering that actually looks in our space and lets us see that was great. It really helped us visualize where we're going.
All right, so in here is where we push the door out.
Okay.
Obviously the original door was here, but when we built the pantry for the new kitchen, we had to move the air conditioning, so we had to build out that wall. In order not to come in here and immediately smack your face in the wall, we decided to push the door out, give them some more room. We obviously took down this wall as well. I think it opens up the space really nice.
This entry is going to be beautiful. I mean, just doing this little bit, moving it 6 feet out makes a whole difference as far as what the entry and the feel of the entire home will be.
I want to tell you this, like the most important part about these jobs, and I can't tell people enough, I know it sounds very self-serving, the amount of man hours goes into thinking about these projects. It's not just do a drawing, okay, let's get started. Right. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours goes in. Does that make sense? Does this make sense? What about this? And during that beginning phase, the planning phase, we spend probably 300, 400, 500 hours thinking about a project or working with a client. And I think that's the difference between a Ross Brothers finish and everybody else's, is the fact that we are really thinking about what has to go in the inner workings of a project.
Going into the centerpiece of the home, obviously the kitchen is the heart of the home. Tell us a little bit of what you have going on here. These cabinets look beautiful. I can't wait until the finished product, but tell us about what the layout is.
Well, first of all, as you can see, it's a very open format, which is what everybody wants. We wanted to make the living room area and the kitchen area obviously come to one. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind island. I did an extra little touch. I'm not going to say what that is. At the end, you guys will see that. But you can see the quality of the cabinetry that we use is all 3/4 inch maple hardwood, the best you can have as far as a box is concerned. And we're very proud of the construction of how we do things. Of course, in here is going to be a lot of beautiful quartz, great cabinetry, and of course, the most important thing to any project, my dad told me when I was 5 years old, I didn't understand why he said it, son, lighting is everything. So in this job, we're concentrating on making sure that when we're done, not only is the house beautiful during the day, but I think even more importantly is at night, because that's when people are really entertaining your house. You don't have friends over during the day, you have them at night. And to be able to set the mood by using dimmer switches that are programmable, it really makes it a whole different type of living experience for our clients.
So Derek, opening up a kitchen, obviously it's beautiful, but tell me about it, what are the downsides?
Well, always when you remove walls, you're probably removing cabinetry.
Right.
So in this house, the client said to me, well, we love the design, it looks great, but we're concerned we may not have enough cabinetry. So we thought about it for a little bit, and we came up with the concept. I'll show you right over here. there's an AC closet, or there used to be an AC closet. I said, what if we built you a beautiful pantry here? So if you look up here, you'll see the original ductwork.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look over here, you'll see the AC's been moved over to the other side. So basically what we came up with the concept is to build them a built-in pantry here. So they'll have the beautiful open kitchen, they'll have a pantry here, and as we spoke about before, beautiful barn door that will open and close. It'll be really.
And that's something that you do at the rendering process, so.
Absolutely. So, the renderings gives you a couple things. Gives the client ability to look at the cabinetry, but we also show the cabinetry inside. So one of the things that people don't realize, and we do that from a technical point of view to make sure, hey, what pullouts do you want? What lazy Susans do you want? What kind of spice racks? And a lot of times during that phase, people will look at it and go, wow, I don't know if that's enough. Where other places can you find the storage?
We really relied on them to provide us with the input of what their experience has shown and what works best, and helping us narrow some of those choices, which was great because there's 5,000 colors of white. There's thousands of different cabinet colors or finishes. But knowing us and kind of having that conversations, we could narrow it down. So it was great to then go to their offices and say, and have they could provide us with 3 or 4 different choices, and it was great.
As far as looking at everything, and obviously the master bedroom, that's
the key to everything. Yeah. I joke with the clients, and they were doing their bathroom, but not the kids. But and originally there was no lights in the kids' room either. Then slowly but surely they even got hi-hats and lights as well. So.
That's funny. So stepping into here, this is a master suite. Yes. I mean, you have direct access to the pool, beautiful big space. But walk me through this.
So here we're not doing that much except for lighting.
Right.
Obviously, new impact windows, new doors, there's going to be new floors, new baseboards. The bathroom is really the centerpiece of this room, which is going to be absolutely amazing. I don't need to tell you, late 70s, early 80s bathroom. Lots of browns, lots of yellows.
Maybe a little pink and green or whatever else in there.
Yeah. A lot of things that you don't want anymore.
We started doing the house. We saw the renderings for the kitchen, and we started seeing what was going to happen with the whole house. We quickly decided that we really need to look at the master bath and make that a part of this project. So it was a quick call to the guys over there at Ross Brothers.
Originally there was a wall here, there was a wall here. Obviously this terrible door is going to be gone, and we opened up the whole space. So this whole thing is going to be open now, one big room, as opposed to the wall that was here, as you can see here. And you can see there was another wall that was also here that bifurcated the bathroom. So this will be a double vanity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, huge shower, freestanding tub. And then over here, we're gonna build a beautiful cabinetry and the toilet. We're actually had a bidet in the toilet, but we're gonna get rid of the bidet like most people are these days.
It's amazing because so many people, they're sitting in their home, they're thinking about what their home could be. I mean, looking at a space like this, seeing that you can have a freestanding tub, a big shower, double vanity, toilet. I mean, it's an open space.
Yeah, and it's not that big of a bathroom.
Right.
And people don't know, and that's why the key, I think that I've always told you, the key to our business, which is so much different than everybody else's, is everything we do starts with a drawing.
Right.
Telling the client, once you see the drawings and you go through it, I know I showed them to you, and you see the finished, they're going to be exactly the same. And so a big part of our business is getting the client to understand what they can actually have. People walk into these old bathrooms and they look at these beautiful bathrooms and say, oh, that can never be my bathroom.
Right.
But it can be.
I think somewhat. I think the team was great in kind of figuring out where finishes kind of were going to be and kind of helping us understand, the idea of a budget and what we could do within that. And the rendering helped us, again, just see what we were going to ultimately, get.
All right, Derek, so I know back in the 80s, this was luxury. But you have to tell me, what are you guys doing?
Everything.
All right.
Okay. The good news is here, we're doing a whole new, first we're doing is we're extending the deck out another 7 or 8 feet.
That in itself will make a huge difference.
Absolutely, 100%. Give you a lot more room over here. It'll be great. We're also going to extend a little bit more over here because they had a very narrow walkway around the pool.
Right.
So I'm only going to be able to go out another, 2 feet or so. But obviously, it's a new fence. It's a new finish. It's brand new coping. It's a new water line. It's a new finish for the pool. New tongue and groove in the ceiling over there. We're obviously going to wrap these ugly metal poles and make them look beautiful. Stucco work, paint, and of course, the new windows and doors are going to finish everything off. Gutters, roof, it'll be a whole new exterior. We want this to feel luxurious. They're putting money into their house, but the most important thing is to make that money be a good investment in the house. Because to me, as you know, my background is investments. And on top of the fact I love to design houses and make dreams come a reality, I also like to make sure that what I'm doing makes sense for the value of the house. And so when we move things out here and give yourself more real estate and give yourself more room here, obviously those things are going to be more enjoyable for you as your family when you're here, or the next family that comes in.
With the Ross Brothers, it was really about kind of taking ownership and saying, listen, we're going to do it right. We're going to really help with the whole design element, and really the idea that taking kind of that like the boutique approach. I like the idea that they were going to handle some of the all the different elements of the job, and we could just rely on them and work with them directly.
Derek, so looking at this project, 1 month from now, where are we?
We're getting near the end of the inside, believe it or not. Obviously, the outside is going to take a little bit of time. Everyone knows the lead times for things are driving us crazy. We're going to wait for trusses, which would take 1 day to make for 3 months. So that'll delay some of the outside. But the inside, we're thinking in the next 6 weeks, we can actually be done with the inside of this project.
Wow, that's incredible. So thank you all for joining us. Derek, thank you for having us here today.
Thank you, guys.
This is an incredible project, but please make sure stay tuned for the next episode.